So the question is, how fast can you be paid, income be paid after buying an immediate annuity? Hi there, my name is Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states, top independent agent in the country, and the founder of CGO Contractual Guarantees Only approach to buying annuities. Go to my site at theannuityman.com, or you can email me direct at the address is stan@theannuityman.com. We're going to talk about immediate annuities and how fast that lifetime income stream can be turned on after this. All right, so how fast can the income stream start after buying an immediate annuity? The rules are, and of course we follow the rules at the Annuity Man, it's 30 days after the policy is issued. So then the question is, how long does it take for the policy to be issued? And typically, that can be as soon as a week, as long as 3 weeks, mid-range 2 weeks, depending on how you're funding it. And you can fund it a myriad of ways. You could write a check to the annuity company. We're going to facilitate that. And before we get started on that, I have in my Las Vegas office a huge group called the Policy Delivery and Application Team. They're licensed in all 50 states. They're not on commission, and they are in place to help our clients facilitate these types of transfers and funding to the annuity companies. We do not touch the money. We facilitate that transfer or money going to the carrier. Then we make sure everything goes smoothly. We keep you up to date via email and calling if needed until it's across the finish line. And then once the policy is issued, it is sent to us to review for accuracy, and then we FedEx it to you. So, and then it's going to hit the bank account that you give us. All the information that you give us during the application process is confidential and destroyed. We do not keep any of that. It goes to the annuity company, who have the highest level of security you could ever imagine online. You're like, well, someone can hack it. They could. North Korea. North Korea doesn't care about your life expectancy. Okay, they really don't. So you can transfer it from a 401k, IRA, 403b, 457, those deferred plans. And that's a non-taxable event, going from IRA to an IRA established at the immediate annuity company, okay? You could do the same thing with a Roth IRA. If you've paid all the upfront taxes on a Roth IRA, you have money in a Roth IRA, you want tax-free income from that Roth IRA. And I say that tax-free because you've already paid a ton of taxes, but yeah, the income's coming tax-free. Again, Roth IRA to Roth IRA, non-taxable event. Okay, if you're just writing a check or wiring money from a non-IRA account, what we call non-qualified. Someone said the other day, what's a non-qualified account? That's a good point. It's non-IRA is what it is. That's industry speak. Non-qualified is industry speak, which I try not to do. But you can either wire the money to the carrier, or you can write a check, and then we'll send you a FedEx to send it to the carrier. Once again, it's going to the annuity company. It's not coming to us. But here's how it works. Process. You say, okay, Stan, let's just start from the beginning. I'm interested in a single premium immediate annuity. Great. You can either go to my site, run the quotes yourself, or schedule a call, free consultation with my team, or email me and I'll call you. Okay, one of us is going to get to you. I still own the company. I take that back. My wife is co-owner, so it's kind of her company. but let's just say, I'm not going to mention the carriers because we represent every carrier out there. All right. But let's just say XYZ carrier had the highest contractual guarantee for lifetime income. And on a side note, we're only going to look at A+ or better. We do not do anything less than that. A+ or better, you don't need a sweater. Okay? A+ or better, you're good. You don't have to worry about it. A+ or better, they're not going out of business. A+ or better, do not worry. So we decide on the A+ or A++ or whatever the company is, and you said, that's the one I want. We will lock in that quote. Okay? We will lock in that quote, the guarantee, so during that time period, whether you're writing a check, wiring the money, or transferring the money, okay, we're going to lock in that quote so that guarantee is in place. You can also do, let's just say you have an annuity, that's kind of a deferred annuity, let's say it's an index, variable, or MIGA. You can transfer that money to the immediate annuity company. That's a 1035 transfer if it's a non-IRA account. Once again, all these transfers I'm talking about, non-taxable event. It does not trigger any taxes. I go slow there because I want you to understand that. You can also take cash value from a life insurance policy and transfer that 1035 transfer non-taxable event to the immediate annuity of your choice. Now, when I said 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a lot of that depends on how we're doing that and the carriers that we're working with and the places that we're moving the money from. But my team, they're professional squeaky wheels, okay? Daily, they are talking to these companies. They're pushing that rope for you so you don't have to get on the phone. We do all of that for you. If we have to get you on the phone, it's an anomaly, but we are doing 99% of that work and just keeping you updated. It's very turnkey, it's very pro-customer, it's very proactive from a communication standpoint. That just comes from me, man. I do not like being in the dark. I want to know what's happening, especially with my money, but understand it's going from you or wherever the money's located, whether it's Fidelity, Vanguard, Schwab, whatever, Merrill Lynch, whoever, Morgan Stanley, going there to the annuity company. Never goes to us, it goes straight, okay? And we just facilitate all of that for you. So in a perfect world that I live in, right? In a perfect world that I live in, I would say from start to finish, quickest would be 45 days. I mean, it really would. I would just look at that. But if you are rational and understand employees at companies sometimes don't have the passion that I do, you know, I'm not talking about my team. They better have passion. They ain't gonna be at the Annuity Man too much longer. Yeah, that I always tell I said, this might not be the place for you if you're not willing to work hard for my clients. Okay, but I have a good team in place. They've really laid it on the line, and they're all licensed. But I would say if you just went from 45 to 60, 45 being panacea, that's how quick it's going to start. And then after that, it's like ripping the knob off a water faucet. Water's coming. In this case, it's lifetime income. And hopefully we have had the discussions with you about structuring, whether it's single life, joint life, installment refund, cash refund, life only, period certain, whatever those are. And there's a lot of ways to structure single premium immediate annuities for immediate income. We're going to have those conversations. We're going to explain it to you. You're going to fully understand it. You're going to be able to explain it to not only your spouse, but your beneficiaries. Then we'll take it from there. We'll take it across the finish line for you, and then you're going to have access online to the carrier. Not that you need it for lifetime income, but if you ever wanted to change what bank account the money's hitting at, call us. Let us do that for you. Let us run toward those bullets for you and get that done administratively. So it's pretty turnkey, but we make it simple and we make it pain-free with the team, the policy delivery and application team I have in place. Do me a favor. There's a video that's going to appear above my head after the little spinning wheel and the clock counts down on lifetime income. And it really applies to single premium immediate annuities, but I talked to you about how it's priced. It's not interest rate based, it's life expectancy based primarily, but I go into more depth about how it works. But I encourage you to go to my site, theannuityman.com. I also have written a owner's manual on immediate annuities that you can download for free. It's about 60 pages. It explains it from soup to nuts with all kinds of frequently asked questions at the back of the book. That's yours for free. And if you want a hat, you can send me an email and convince me why. Stan@theannuityman.com. See you next time.